different types of process, efficiency of a cycle. Yeah. This week we have KTG and the first law of thermodynamics. Okay, so this okay. Thank you, Ma. Yeah. Okay, now we'll begin with the KTG. Okay, let me begin with this. Okay, now. Quantity of gases here. So we have studied, the here is what will also include the expansion of gases also. So first we are going to study the nature of gas, everything. Means till now, we had an expansion of solids and liquids. So if I supply heat to a solid, we know the solid will expand, temperature will rise, density will decrease. Similarly, for a liquid also, we have had a small discussion. So here about the expansion of gases. How do the gases will behave when we supply heat? What gases are made up of? So in depth is what we are going to study in this particular thing. So it's nothing but the basics of thermodynamics is what we are going to call. So if you look at the KTG, criteria of gases. Yeah, later on I'll update it. Okay, we have KTG and thermodynamics. Okay, these are the two things we'll discuss here about gases only. When you supply heat to the gas, how do it will behave? So criteria of gases is microscopic approach. Okay, fine. It's about the microscopic approach is what we are telling. Means when I supply heat to a gas, what will happen to its molecules? How do they will move? So all this particular thing. What will be the interaction between molecules and how the molecules will move? What about the energy of molecules? What will happen all that? That is what the KTG. What about thermodynamics? Thermodynamics is all about if I supply heat to a gas, what gas will do? So gas will do any work. Okay, what is the pressure of the gas? What is the temperature of gas? These things. So here, this will be a macroscopic approach. Macroscopic approach means here in thermodynamics, we'll be discussing about the application part. How you can utilize the parameters of gas in various applications. There's a thermodynamics. What about KTG? KTG is all about like this one. When you supply heat or when you extract heat from a gas, what will happen to its internal changes in the gas? Inside the gas, what parameters will change? Are you getting this one? I think first, if we know gas, what are its properties, how it will behave, what it is made up of, when you supply, when you rise temperature, when you decrease temperature, what will happen? I think once if we get a clarity of the behavior of gas, no, then we can go for the application. There's a, you can say what all we have today applications, no, you can say a good example, the petrol engine, it runs on KTG and thermodynamics. You'll be shocked. What all we have engines, no, the engines are designed based on these two properties here. Today, I think we are having advanced automobile engineering. Am I right? So how it is possible? Because of these two branches, KTG and thermodynamics. So will not go for design of machines. Inside the machine, a gas is present. How it will be utilized? Example, refrigerator. Example, air conditioner. Example, like a AC generator. All their petrol engine, diesel engines, what all we have machines, no, they do run on this one. This is something very important. So for mechanical engineer, this idea of thermodynamics is something very essential for him. Okay, let's begin this one. So what is a gas it is made up of? So we assume that it is made up of molecules which will move randomly in all directions. So regarding what is a gas, gas is, can we also call it as a fluid? What are the properties of gas here? No, first one, it has no shape, size, and size, and can occupy any shape or size. So if you fill up a gas in certain container, that will be the shape of the gas, that one. So we need to bother about the shape and size. That is relevant for us now. It expands indefinitely and uniformly to fill the available space. Okay, fine. This is, it expands indefinitely and uniformly to fill available place. Suppose you take some amount of gas which is there in bottle, you open it, it will expand throughout the volume of, okay, there's a gas which is present. It will occupy total volume. You can't say that it will be there only in this part of this one. There's a gas here. Now I'll open the lid. When I open the lid, so what will happen to the gas now? It will start expanding, no? And I'll keep this in a container or in a room. It is a room. Okay, now if I open the lid, if I open the lid, what will happen to the gas? The gas, what will happen? Will occupy the total. No, no, okay, don't say that amount of gas increased. I think you know enough of chemistry. So what will happen? The volume of gas has increased, no? So definitely what you say, density will decrease. But the same amount of gas now, it is available throughout the room. Okay, there's a, let me call this a box. This is a bottle. There's a lid. There's a gas. So what do you expect? The density will decrease, no doubt. Yeah, earlier, so let me put it like it's having a density rho 1, rho 2. So as of course we can say that, but the amount of gas is same. So it expands indefinitely. So why do it happen? That's due to diffusion. The concentration of molecules here more, here less. So the gas will move from region of higher concentration to lower concentration. So it will flow here. This is a property of gas itself. So I think we need not to, sir, why do gas will move out of the bottle? It's a property of gas because the concentration of molecules here more, here less. So the diffusion will occur. So through diffusion, the molecules what will move from the bottle into the box, that one, and will fill up like this. So why do this will happen? Due to diffusion. So we'll write it here. Due to from bottle and into to the box. From the bottle and into the box. Okay. So these are the some very fundamental properties, sir. Next, what it does, it will exert force on all surfaces it comes in contact. The third very important property, let me write here. Gas, it exerts force on all surfaces that it comes in contact. Again, it exerts force normally because it's similar to fluid, no? It exerts force normally on all surfaces that comes in contact. So here we can show it. Now, what are these arrows? Of course, that pressure will be different at different points. Okay, no, let's not bother. So there's the one property of gas here. The same idea of the fluids, you are going to bring it here now. Okay, no, to make it things very simple, no? So we'll go for the some assumptions of KTG. So we'll make certain rules so that it will be easy for us in, you can say like a studying the bear of gases here. So we'll go for some assumption. So I think this what you can call like a postulates of KTG, postulates of criteria of gases. So these are which going to help us to design the formulas or to derive the equation. These are very important. You can see like in physics, what all we do get conceptual questions, no, they are related to this one only. Let me have water. Meanwhile, you can recollect postulates of KTG. Okay, no. So these are the first. We'll start with this one. So what is the thing is like? So what is this one? It contains molecules, what we say, or a particle molecules. I think I'll bring diagram also. Will be here. So this is the box. It contains molecules. That one. So first thing is all molecules of a gas are identical, spherical, rigid, and undergo perfect elastic collision. So they must be spherical. This is thing. All the molecules. So one molecule like this, one molecule nothing. All molecules are identical, spherical in shape, rigid, and undergo perfect elastic collision. There's the one property. Next, what is the state of them? They'll be moving randomly. I think I'll put one postulates here. Okay, all molecules of a gas for a given gas. For different gases, the size of molecules will be different. All molecules of a gas means for a given gas, okay, all molecules must be same that one. This pair of molecules will be bigger inside this pair of nothing. If you take hydrogen, all molecules of hydrogen in a box, what pen must have of a hydrogen gas must be same. Oxygen molecule will compare S, it will have different molecular mass, different density, or all other parameters, different radii. I think you know uh, molecular chemistry very much. Okay, now the size of molecule. So if you look at this one, if there's a molecule, you look at the distance between them. R will be very much less than X. See, everything you studied in chemistry, like a story, here what I'll bring the diagram also. If there are two molecules are there, so what is the distance between molecules is X. What is the radius of the molecule is R. So size of molecule is small or is negligible compared to distance between molecules. And this is very, very important. So I'm writing R less than X. Suppose we have, so I'll ask you, what is the moment of inertia of this molecule? It is having a mass m. It is rotating. So can we say anything moment of inertia? I, y dash should be zero. Any reason? Because what do we write? 2 by 5 mr square. R tends to zero. So therefore, what about y dash? Should be zero. Then instead that, I'll take a diatomic gas molecule. And then I want moment of inertia. So let this distance be x. Mass of molecule Bm. What about moment of inertia here? 2mx square, no? So what is the thing? The expression will be like this, no? 2 into, or select it, 2 into 2 by 5 mr square plus mx square. Will I agree? Parallax's theorem, 2 by 5 mr square plus m into x square. Why 2? Because 2 molecule. This is a diatomic gas molecule. But we know R very much less than x. So therefore, what will be this equation? Will be only this much here. What is moment of inertia about xx dash axis? Later on, I'll be using this very simple ideas. What about xx dash? Shall I put 0? Any reason for that? Anybody? Any reason? I'll write equation. Why 2 times of what is R? R is very much less than L, no? So R is very, very small, negligible. Okay, no. This diatomic gas molecule, what is moment of inertia about y-axis? Non-zero. About x-axis will be 0. But the reason for that, because size of molecule negligible compared to distance between molecules. For there's a diatomic gas molecule, there's a monatomic gas molecule. So what is the moment of inertia about any diameter for monatomic gas molecule will be 0. There's a use of this one. Size of molecule is negligible compared to distributed molecules. I think you might have studied in chemistry just like statement. But since see, we know physics better ideas, huh? There's the use of that one. Okay, got this one. So all that postulates, no, they are very important. Huh? That's why in the books, every book they are given that one. So what we do, we just in books they're given statement. Okay, we are just writing the statement and remembering forward. But one has to analyze what is use of this, what is the purpose of that. Huh? That's what the observation it is called as. A observation is not like a learning is not just reading. Okay, now in the container we do have that these are the molecules like that. There's a box, and what is this bubbles? These are molecules. That one. Now, what is the size of molecule? Size of molecule is so like a size the size of molecule is negligible in comparison okay fine the size of molecule will be negligible in comparison to the volume of the gas that one. So you look at this one. So this particular 4 by 3 pi arc will be very much negligible compared to the volume of this gas. What is volume of gas? The volume of box here. It's small tiny particle like a dot you can put it, you know. So most of the cases now we can generalize around you can select a 0.014% of the volume of gas. The size of molecule will be 0.041% approximate of the volume of gas here. Okay, after this, what is the state of these molecules? All the molecules they'll be moving randomly. So what is the state of this molecule? Will go like this. I think I'll give. Okay, now what is the state of molecules? Different molecules will be moving with a different speed. So in a gas, so molecules move in all possible directions with all possible speeds. Molecules move in all possible directions with all possible speed. So next again, here only we'll put it. We'll have random motion. So let me put all the points at a time here. Sixth, again here what happened? The collision between molecules and between molecule and wall. All collisions between molecules and the wall is elastic in nature. So why do it will move random motion means as it is moving, it will collide elastically. So it will change its path. It will collide with the wall. It will collide elastically. So like that, what is the state of this molecule? It will be moving randomly. And the all molecules what happen will move in all possible directions with all possible speeds. So what is the speed of molecules? It will range from 0 to infinity. Again, doesn't mean that the molecule will be at rest. It will be having a very low speed. Okay, that one, don't take that one. I think I'll, okay, the speed of gas molecules lies between, let me write, lies between 0 and infinity. So the speed of molecule, infinity means very high speed here. Doesn't mean that infinity, very high speed. And different molecules will be moving in different directions. So let's, this is something very important. Suppose that this molecule is moving like this. This is, okay, all these speeds will be different. Different molecules will be moving at a different speed, whose speed ranges. The speed of gas molecule lies between 0 and infinity. Okay, this is something very, very, very important. Okay, next after this, we'll go for the molecules move in a straight line with constant speed between successive collisions. Let me, I think the diagram itself, I am showing it. You look at the red color is what I indicated, no? Or else we do one thing. Okay, this is the, it'll go like this. It'll undergo collision. Then look at the path, straight line path. Okay, this is the first collision. The molecule moving like this collides, then again, then again. So in between collisions, what is the path of the molecule? Will be a straight line like one. This one, so it will cover some distance, no? Here x1. So what is that? Shall we call x1, x2, x3, x4 are free path? x1, x2, x3, x4 are free path here. So this arrow indicates collisions. This one. So here, here x1, x2, x3, and x4 are free paths. Free path in the sense they'll move without collision. It will be very small. I'll take mean of this. It is called like a mean free path. The mean of these values is called mean free path. Okay, there is some important parameter which is going to help us here. Next, again after this, the time spent, the time spent during a collision between two molecules is negligible in comparison to time between two successive collisions. This I think you know. Suppose that there's a molecule is there, it'll go and collide. Okay, they'll go and collide. So what is the collision time? Delta t. And what is the time it will take to move here? T. Capital T, I'll write it. Time taken to cover the distance. So this delta t is what? And after collision, okay, this will move like this. This will move here. So what is the delta t? Collision time. So this will be very much less than capital T. So time taken to move from point to go and collide with the molecule 2, let it be capital T. And the time interval during collision, let it be delta T. So delta T will be very much less than capital T. I think this is something very important. So therefore, when molecule is moving, it'll encounter collisions. So we need not to bother that collision time. Just the molecule has moved from 1.8. So when the molecule moves from one edge to other edge, from one wall to another wall, it will encounter number of collisions. So shall we consider that collision time? Not needed. Getting the idea? So we are only what happened, what we are doing, we are safeguarding ourselves before entering into the concept, any numericals, no, all these ideas are going to help us a lot. Next again, at steady state, ninth, 10th one. At steady state, what we can say, number of collisions, number of collisions per unit volume in a gas remains constant. This will be later. I'll bring a formula. So time being, okay, you can have this much of thing. Okay, what do you mean by steady state next? Because all our discussion will be at steady state. What do you mean by steady state? Number of collisions per unit volume is gas in a gas remains constant. So next one more, I'll add it. The density of gas is constant at all points of weather. Means you calculate the density of gas. If I say density of gas, you should not ask like at which point in a vessel. It is assumed everywhere. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the density of gas? Fine. So this is some very much essential. So if I say pressure of gas, so where pressure of gas? You measure at any point, that should be the pressure of gas only. So we should not go and ask also like a where pressure of gas in a vessel. If we say pressure of gas, it is assumed that everywhere pressure is same. The density of gas, it means, so what is the behavior of gas in this region? It will have same behavior everywhere. Are you able to understand? But sir, here they'll be moving to a different speed. Okay, next is telling steady state. So what do you mean by next? We'll go for next conditions here. At steady state, if you look at the distribution of molecules, means if you take some at a given point, I think I need diagram here also. I will take two volumes here. Now, how many molecules that are and like a I'll just do one thing. I'll take here some elemental volume. There are 10 molecules are there. That one. So what is the speed of the 10 molecules? The same what happened here also there'll be 10 molecules and they'll be having the same speed. Able to put that one. So I think in SCRMA he has defined what do you mean by steady state means the distribution of molecules, the distribution of speed of molecules is independent of space, time, and the direction also. What do you mean by steady state here? At steady state means, so what do you mean by here? The distribution of speed of molecules is independent of position, time, and direction. Means if there are 5 molecules, they are entering here. 5 molecules should leave. With what speed 5 molecules will enter this volume? With the same, means it's like this. With what velocity 5 molecules will enter? 5 different molecules will enter with 5 different velocities. At that instant open, there should be another 5 molecules. They must have different speed and they will enter with they will leave the container with the same velocity. Means here you can select a V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. Here also V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. So what does it mean? Distribution of molecules is independent of direction. Next again, how many molecules that are here in this, there are 10 molecules are there, they're having velocity in different direction. Here also there should be 10 molecules, they must also have the velocity in same direction like this here. So what does it mean? The distribution of speed is independent of position, time I brought, and also the direction I explained. I think I may not able to, and I'll give diagram like this, better. So therefore, so what you learn behavior of gas at one point, it will have same behavior. Okay, five molecules are entering. At the same time, what happened? Another 5 molecules must leave. Opposite to that, we have to do it. Some other color I'll show it. Okay, this is V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. Similarly, what happened? This should be the V3, V4, V5, V2, this V1. Able to understand now? So this is for this one. Independent of time, shall I put it? And the direction. What about position? So suppose say if there are 10, if you compare these two here now, means if there are 5 molecules, they're entering a given elemental volume with a different velocity. There should be another 5 molecules. They should leave the content. They should leave that elemental volume with the different velocities like this. So one molecule is entering with velocity 1. Other molecules should leave here. One molecule, second molecule is entering with a velocity V2. Other molecules should leave V2. If one molecule is entering with V3, it should leave V3. So now at any instant of time, you come and see here the molecules that are entering open, they must have this particular velocity, and they're leaving also, they must have this velocity. So therefore, there's a meaning of steady state here. Okay, this is about the time. What about position? Suppose say there are, okay, I think this will be the one more box will take it. So in this container, we have 5 molecules. So they are like this, moving with speed V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. If you consider another elemental molecule, there also the situation should be same. So look at the distribution of speed of molecules is independent of position also, time, and also you can see the direction. They're the meaning of steady state. And what all we discuss problems at steady state. That's why what you study behavior of gas here, it will have same behavior here also. There is a meaning of this 10th postulate. So therefore, I say pressure of gas. Yes, survey at any point, the pressure of gas will be same. Okay, getting this one. So you need to bother like a sir, which part? Okay, what we are going to say, pressure of gas is understood. Everywhere pressure will be P. No force of the last one. No, the force of interaction between molecules and between molecules and wall are negligible. Then what is the overall energy? So shall we say interaction potential G should be should be negligible. So there no interaction potential will come. So we need to bother about interaction potential. So therefore, what the gas will contains, it contains only kinetic energy. Why potential of gas is not taken? Because there is no interaction. When there's no force of interaction, no question of potential. You know gravitation very well. If there's no force of interaction, no potential. So therefore, only kinetic energy we are going to consider it. So therefore, what is the use of this? The total energy of gas is due to kinetic energy of molecules only. Fine. So these are some assumptions. What happened? We are no force of interaction, no attractive, no repulsive. So what about gravitational force? That also will be negligible. You can avoid all that one. Okay, the last one, the molecules. Constantly collide with the walls of container due to which momentum changes. The change in momentum, the change in momentum per unit time will nothing but pressure due to which momentum changes. So molecules will exert pressure on the wall. And there is nothing but we'll call pressure of a gas. Okay, these are some keeping my physics in mind. What happened? I just designed here. These are all the postulates. Okay, of all pressure of a gas means at any point what you can call pressure, temperature, everything. So what is our next target is like, I want to measure pressure, temperature, and the energy of a gas. So these are the postulates I made it. So let me let me jump into the deriving expression for pressure of gas. So what is the assumption here? The molecules will be randomly moving in all directions. So what I want to express pressure, volume, pressure, temperature, and the energy of gas in terms of the speed of the molecules. That is what our approach here. So what is the approach now? Getting expression for pressure, temperature in terms of speed of molecules. Okay, let's get into this one. So we have this is x-axis, this y-axis. Let this be z-axis. So let there be a molecule moving with a speed v. So there's a one wall, there's another wall. Let me. So what is the speed of molecule? It is moving in a space, no? So it will have x component, y component, and z component of velocity also. Postulates I would have just read, but because our conceptual questions are based on the postulates, therefore I gave help of diagram. Any conceptual question, take help of this postulates or the assumption what we made. Okay, these are the walls. So what is the area of cross section of wall? So side length, let it be L. So what is the speed of molecule? So what is this M? M is a molecular. Like this, many will be there. It'll be moving in a space. So what is V is equal to? V square equal to Vx square plus Vy square plus Vz square. As it is moving in a space, we know vector, this one. Okay, let's get into the derivation part here. So let's consider the x component of velocity of the molecule. So if there's a wall, what are some assumptions here? Let m be the mass of the molecule. In corner, let me write mass of molecule. M naught, molecular mass, capital M. This M naught, capital M will be mass of gas. Small n, number of moles. Avogadro number. K, Boltzmann constant. R, universal gas constant. Getting this one. So these are some formulas, how they are related. So these are the symbols which I'll be using very often. One more N, no? N is number of molecules. So mass of gas, I can write it as mass of each molecule into number of molecules. Mass of gas, I can also write number of moles into molecular mass. Molecular mass, I can write it as mass of each molecule into Avogadro number. And R is equal to KNA. These are some from your chemistry, what I just brought these ideas. Capital M is mass of gas. Mass of gas in terms of mass of molecule or molecular mass you can express. Okay, let's get into the derivation part. What we are going to derive? So how the pressure of gas I want to express in terms of speed of molecule. So here there's a wall. The molecule will go and collide as it is elastic collision. So what is the change in momentum of this? Change in momentum of molecule. Delta P should be equal to mvx minus of mvx. So this should be 2 mvx. Fine. So what is the distance it will cover? L. Now what is the time taken for two successive collisions with respect to a wall? Means the molecule will start here at t equals 0. Then again to come and collide with this wall, what is the distance it will move? L and L. So time interval between two successive collisions. Shall I write delta t? So what is the distance it will cover? See, I think it's very simple. The molecule will collide. Again, when it come and collide, so for that weapon, it will move with a speed Vx. It will collide here. Again, it will cover a distance L. No? So what is the total distance covered? L and L. With what speed? With a speed Vx. So therefore, this will be delta t is equal to 2L by Px. So what is that delta t? So this one. Now, what is the force exerted? Force exerted by molecule on the wall. Delta F should be equal to change in momentum by time interval. So change in momentum So this is due to x component of velocity, no? Okay, this is due to one molecule. So due to several molecules, what we can write? This is due to one molecule. So change in momentum per second due to all molecules colliding the wall or the wall. So what shall we write? Shall we add up this one? So change in, or so like a force will write here. Huh? Force exerted by all molecules that are moving towards wall 1 that are moving towards wall 1R. So there should be Fx summation of delta F. So this should be equal to how much here, no? Okay, there's a force here. So let's calculate the pressure. So we know force. So how you can calculate? Pressure equal to force by area of wall. So force is what? Fx. What is the area of wall? L square. So this should become M. So this is due to X component. Like that open, there'll be force exerted, and what is L cube? L cube will become volume. So put it here. Okay, we'll derive further. This is the volume of gas. I think capital V is small v. So let me write it as, I think it is understood, no? Capital V is the volume of gas. So this should be equal to, this I'll call pressure. Similarly, Py, what you can write? M into V, summation of Vy square. Due to Z component of velocity, Vz square. So what is Vs? Strictly volume, not speed or something. Volume of container or volume of gas, whatever be that one. So total pressure, therefore the pressure equal to Px plus Py plus Pz. Okay, no. So this is the speed. So according to Maxwell's equation, so what we can write is this should be the speed of a particle. From the beginning only I wrote it. So this will become, and what is the total pressure? Okay, I'll bring it later on. Okay, there's a thing, you know. So we know, as we know, pressure is a scalar or a vector. Anybody? Fluid statics, go back. Pressure scalar or a vector?
Vector, sir.
Pressure vector, I will break your head.
No, sir.
If you say vector, then definitely what happen? If you were in class, no, I would have beat you. Definitely. Scalar, no, pressure. So therefore, pressure along X, pressure along Y, pressure along Z. There's nothing called like, no. So what is the total pressure? Will be same P only. Pressure is a scalar. So as we know, pressure is a scalar. Therefore, Px equal to Py, Pz equal to P. There's a reason. So therefore, now I'll write it as P plus P is equal to mv summation of. So this will become 3p. This will be, or one next step, I'll introduce this one. Okay, P is equal to 3p, let it be mv. So this is what v square, you can write it. Summation of v square. So 3p equal to m by v summation of v square. Then what is this summation of v square? What is v square should be equal to? V square summation of v square in general, we can write it as v1 square, v2 square, v3 square, so on by n. Can you remember this? This the average like this we can introduce here, v1 square, v3 square. So this particular quantity, how to, what is summation of v square? Anybody wants to interpret?
Sir, mean of velocity square.
Mean of velocity squares, huh? It should be like it also v1 square plus v2 square plus v3 square. So this quantity is what I should write it as vrms. So what is this? This is equal to summation of v square by n. I think mathematical symbols, summation of v square means what you can write it as, okay? v1 square plus v2 square plus v3 square plus v4 square. So here we'll introduce quantity called, okay, root mean square speed one, which is equal to v1 square plus v2 square, v3 square, so on. Okay, or if you want, you write one more. Yeah. So this will become summation of v square. Summation of v square, what you can write? N vrms square. Okay, this will become n into. Now, what do you mean by n? Number of molecules it is. So therefore, the final expression will be 1 by 3 mn. What is use of this? We are trying to relate this particular speed, like a pressure of a gas in terms of speed of molecule. That's what I brought. See, V is the volume of a gas. There'll be a constant, no? What is small m mass of molecule? What is n number of molecules here? So therefore, final the equation will be P is equal to, there's a very famous equation which students should remember. Mn by 3V Vrms square. Now, what is Mn? shall we go for further expansion? What is Mn? So we had a formula. Can you remember? What is small m into n will become mass of gas? Shall I write capital M? So there's a thing. There is a Maxwell's equation. So the summation of speed, like this, the speed of molecule. No, initially I brought it. No? Again, in the Maxwell's, I'll introduce later on. Vx equal to Vy square plus Vz square like that. Later on, will Maxwell's law of equipartition of energy, they will write it. No, now may not be needed. You'll get confused. Okay, no. This is it. So we know this. Can we also write m by 3v? So what is the density of gas mass by volume? So rho by 3. Okay, this is the expression for root mean square speed. So what is VRMS you should call? Okay, further, this root mean square, can I rewrite in any other form? I want in terms of molecular mass and temperature. So we know ideal gas equation. I think all of you know ideal gas equation. PV equal to nRT. Here only. PV equal to nRT. So I'll let me write here. Let me introduce all this one. So this volume of gas. Yeah. PV equal to nRT. So therefore PV equal to what we know, small mn by 3 VRMS square. So shall I write nRT? Okay, let's try to bring molecular mass. Small n by molecular mass, from where you can bring it. Capital M by n, or small n, can we write it as any of the symbols? Huh? We can use this one. I'll make it small. Yeah, look at that one here. Number of moles. So can we write it as capital M by m naught? Okay, small m into capital N, what you can write it as? Small m into capital N. Capital M. So capital M get cancelled. So what is VRMS? 3RT by m naught. The same equation, because the temperature here we have brought in terms of pressure, or what is m naught, or can you bring in terms of mass of molecule? So this R, can I replace R? Can I write K into Na? I'll do one thing. I'll further go for it. So R is equal to what we can write? Kna. No. Na by m naught, what you can write it as? 1 by m. Okay, like this, what happen? The RMS speed of a molecule, we are expressing in this particular way. And now, very first question student will ask is, so what is RMS speed? Anybody? Because you know in chemistry. Tell me what is the RMS speed?
Sir, root mean square.
Okay, fine. Any other answer? Chemistry completed? All of you? Gaseous state over? Hey, please reply no. S no,
Yes,
nothing.
sir.
No. So somebody reply what is there? Okay, gaseous state completed. Okay, now tell me what is the RMS velocity? What do you mean by this? So somebody replied it's a root mean square velocity. So what is VRMS? V1 under root of V1 square plus V2 square plus V3 square and so on Vn square by N. Okay, fine. Some of you have taken JEE advanced coaching also from 8th standard. Sir, what is there? I will take the square of root mean square, no? I'll square all the speeds. I'll take mean of that. Then I'll take under root. Okay, VRMS. Anybody, any student can tell no? Because here we are squaring, then we are taking mean, then we are taking root. That's why root means square speed of molecule. Okay, that you are looking at the equation you are telling, but what is the meaning of that? Why we should square and take mean? Why can't only mean like that? If you go for no, the average velocity, we have average velocities. After this, we do have average velocity also. Now, what is average velocity? The average velocity of molecules will be, this should be equal to 2 kT 8 pi. Okay, sorry, this one 8 and the average speed of molecules. Next, most probable speed. So this is equal to how much it is? 2p by rho. There are molecules which will be moving with a speed more than VRMS, less than VRMS, equal to VRMS in a container. All molecules will not have speed. Different molecules, they'll move with a different speed in different directions. That's what the postulate we have put. So there are some molecules in a container which will have a speed equal to VRMS, less than VRMS, greater than VRMS. But what is VRMS? Why VR? Sir, velocity may be positive or negative, so we take square of velocity. Ah, what is this? How you are giving reason? Somebody is telling, sir, velocity can be positive, negative. If you take the average of that, you'll cancel out. That's why to eliminate that negative sign, we are squaring it. I think is a stupid reason, I can say. Anybody still? Since chapter got over, that's why I'm asking question. If we were not over, no, then definitely I would have gave suitable explanation. And now we have to ask question, sir, with what speed actually molecules are moving? Will they move with this speed or this speed or this speed? They move with a random speed, huh? Because what is the postulate says? Molecules move in all possible direction with all possible speeds. Is it okay? Are they move with VRMS speed? No. So what is the speed? Speed of molecules. Next again, speed of molecules lies between 0 and infinity. So different molecules, they're moving with a different speed. So then what is VRMS and most probable, what is the average speed? I think we have to ask ourselves this question. Yeah. Anybody wants to answer? Oh, it's just a statistical process. Huh? No, 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 no. Chapter got over and we should know the significance of it, no? Chapter got over and we should know the significance of it. What is VRMS? We should have thought, no? Without that thinking, what is VRMS? Then, okay, everyone knows formula. 3 kT by small m or 3 RT by m naught or say like a 3P by rho. Okay, what is the purpose of this discussion? So we are able to express now the temperature of gas in terms of RMS speed. Are you able to understand now? So what is our main purpose? I want to measure pressure and temperature of gas. If I know RMS speed of molecule, yes, I can measure that, I can predict the temperature. If I know RMS speed of molecule, I'll get the pressure. Similarly, if I know average or most probable, yes, I'm able to express. So what is our main discussion? We want to express the pressure, temperature, and energy of a gas in terms of the speed of molecules. But since the different molecules are moving with a different speed, then which molecule you'll take reference? So for that purpose, we have brought VRMS. But still, what is VRMS? There's no answer. Am I get? All of you getting know what is the discussion? 1 hour we discussed. What is the conclusion of this? What is our purpose? We wanted to express the pressure, temperature, and energy of a gas in terms of speed of molecule. Since the different molecules, they're having different speed, which molecule I should take reference? Can I ask, suppose a molecules are moving, can we stop this molecule and measure speed? Not possible, no, we can't do that. Can we take this one molecule in reference? Okay, this molecule is moving, we'll measure its speed. Okay, then we'll express the pressure of gas in terms of speed of that molecule. Not possible, we cannot take a molecule as observation. These are the problems what we are going to face. So therefore I brought VRMS. So what is VRMS? We don't know. But we are able to express pressure, temperature. So what is VRMS? Okay, some mathematics. I'll take, I'll square, then I'll take mean, then I'll take under root. Okay, there's a, you can say it's a language. It's a, you're just interpreting that particular symbols. Square, mean, root. That's all, no? Square, squaring, then taking mean, then you're taking on. That's why I'm calling root mean square speed. This is not explanation. Huh? Somebody is telling positive, negative. So if I don't take the mean of this, if I don't take square, then what happens? Plus minus will cancel out. Root mean square speed, not average velocity, average speed of molecule. Okay, here we are taking average. No, what is V average? V1, V2, V3, Vn by n. That's what average speed. No, I think it's a very serious issue. Means we do learn, but the significance, all those things we do miss. So what actually we are gathering information. We are not analyzing anything. So what has become science now? The science is what now? Gathering information, not science. It'll become history, historical science. It has become history, that one. So what is the science now? Nowadays, science is what, like gathering, like it's similar to history. What history will do? Historical people, what they do, they just gather the information. No, that's what historical science is. What it's happening. Okay, I'll give time. So tomorrow we have 1 day time. Please do think what is the significance of this. What do you mean by that? See, don't give definition. Already definition is over. There's a definition. So don't bother it. What is the significance of this? So why you are writing it? Say, this is what your question. Your question should be from where you brought this. Are you getting the idea? So I'll round it off. From where, why? Why we should write VRMS like this only? Why not V1 cube, V2 cube, V3 cube, Vn cube, and let this be V cube by n? So why not root? Let it be cube root. That's all. No, what's wrong in asking questions of like that? Do think, okay, tomorrow I'll continue because this is very important. If I don't ask this question and if I just write this and I'll go that one, it's a history class, it's not a science class. That much I can say. You whether you learn in chemistry, when you learn in physics, or in whichever subject you learn, this is the core idea of the KTG or gaseous state. Okay, no, we'll wind up the class and tomorrow we'll continue from here.